welcome to Get Gorgeous. This video is going to be a quick and short video on how I contour, highlight and apply blush. I'm not going to go in depth with all the different face shapes, but you can always customize it as per your face shape, and I would also share my tips and tricks that I use to contour and highlight my face. Also, I have used cream as well as powder products to both contour and highlight, so just so that you guys have an idea how to use both the products if you are using either of it, or if you're using both of it like how I have done today. So yes, if you are interested in knowing how I contour and highlight and blush, please keep on watching.
Alright, so I've already done my foundation. I have used my Freedom Pro Matte foundation along with my current favorite YBP Makeup Perfector. Alright, so moving straight to contouring and highlight, I'm going to use my Sephora Highlight Low Light Contour Duo Stick in shade Tan. It has a yellow toned highlighter on one end and the other side has a contour stick. Alright, so what is contouring? Contouring is basically creating shadows on your face. So that would be hollows of your cheeks, bridge of your nose, your forehead to make it appear more smaller if you have really large forehead, under your lips to make them look fuller, and your jawline. So when it comes to contouring hollows of your cheek, this is exactly where you want to place your product, starting from your ear and creating a line towards your lips. So you can always make a fish face like that to locate your hollows of your cheek and start placing the product starting from your ear and going towards your lips. So this is exactly what I'm doing here, and then applying a little of contour under my lower lip, little bit over my forehead. I also like to contour slight bit at the temples and then contouring my nose. So this is one area which I haven't mastered yet, but that's alright. So basically what I do is to just create two straight lines on the bridge of my nose, and it would go all the way at the tip of my nose as you see here. And then contouring my jawline. So this is how our face would look when we have marked contour areas on our face. So now moving on to highlighting, I would highlight under my eyes as I usually do in an inward triangle shape, right under where my contour is on the hollows of my cheek and over the arch of my brows, and then highlighting over the bridge of my nose and a little bit around my mouth, basically my cupid's bow. So now everything is in place and we are ready to blend. So I'm going to use my YBP Makeup Perfector to do this. Now blending is also very important. So as you see me doing here, I'm not going to move the product all around. I'm going to stay right there where we have marked the area, just so that we do not want contouring and highlighting mixing and going all over the place. Also, it's very important in which direction are you blending. So around your forehead, you want to blend into your hairline. Then when it comes to blending on the hollows of your cheek, you want to basically locate that cheekbone of yours, and that is exactly where you're going to blend, basically blending upwards. And on your jawline, you want to blend it downwards on your neck and not upwards. So as you see me doing here. So this is what I'm doing, and here I'm going out of focus. I'm sorry for that, but I'm simply blending the contour on my nose, and using the other side of the blender, I'm going to blend the highlighted areas. Now when it comes to blending on the hollows of your cheek, you want to make sure you do not blend your highlighter into your contour. You want to keep them separate and blend the highlighter downwards. So once I was done blending, I almost forgot to highlight my forehead. So that's what I'm doing here, and I'm blending everything out. So once we are done blending, this is how our face is going to look. So as you see, it's already giving us quite a sculpted look. Now to set all of that in place, I'm going to use my Smashbox contour palette, and taking those two shades on my icing angled brush, I'm going to set all of that cream contour, and further this is going to define our already contoured area. So what I like to do is go in circular rounded motion and sweeping motion like that, as you see me doing here. Using circular motion is going to help blend all those areas very nicely and smoothly and seamlessly. So that's one thing you want to keep in mind. And yeah, I also want to mention that this Sephora contour stick is really creamy, smooth and super easy to blend. So for the ones who are beginners, this is quite a easy stick to work with. So you can always check this out at Sephora. And now to set my highlighted areas, I'm going to use the Miss Claire translucent powder. This is in shade 02. Now you guys have seen me do this a lot of times. I like to bake under my eyes, around my mouth, and right below the contour on the hollows of my cheek. So that's what I'm doing, and the rest of the areas basically on my forehead and on my nose, I'm going to set all of that. I'm not going to bake. So yes. Now we'll let that set for approximately 5 minutes, and meanwhile I'm going to use that center shade on my Pro Arte brush and going to set that nose contour and further define it. So again, I'm just creating 2 straight lines and blending it downwards, as you see me doing here. And once that is done, I like to use my beauty blender to blend everything seamlessly. So once that is done, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all the bake. So when you're getting rid of the excess powder, you want to again use circular motions, as you see me doing here. So this is further going to blend all the lines, if at all, which are not blended, blend them seamlessly. So this is how our face is going to look once we have cream and powder contoured and highlight. So now moving on to blush, I'm going to use my Dandelion blush by Benefit and apply that on the apples of my cheeks. Now, why on the apples of your cheeks? Because that is the area where you naturally blush when you are out in sun. So that's where we are going to apply the blush. And just so that we do not have too blotty cheeks, what we want to do is sweep that upwards right above our contour, as you see me doing here. So you want to apply it in circular motions on the apples of your cheeks and sweep it upwards right above the contour so that everything is nicely merged and blended. So we are done with contouring and highlighting, but for that natural healthy glow to my skin, I'm going to apply the H&M Baked Highlighter on the highest points of my face, basically where the light would naturally hit. So that's on the highest points of my cheeks, as you see me doing here, a little bit under my brows, basically creating a small inverted C right there, and above the arch of my brows, little bit on my Cupid's bow, and also not forgetting the bridge of my nose. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to go back in with the Makeup Perfector just to make sure that everything is nice and seamlessly blended. So this brings us to the end of this video. And yes, so this is how my face would look when I have contoured. Now I do not like to really have a heavy contour on my face. So this is what I personally love and like. People do like really chiseled, you know, very heavily contoured and sculpted face. But I am happy with this sort of very natural looking, at the same time little structured and defined contouring. Mostly contouring will differ from face to face, like different face shapes. If you have a smaller forehead, you do not need to contour your forehead as I did right here. If you already have a sharp and slim and tall nose, you do not need to further contour your nose. You totally have to customize it as per your face shape when it comes to contouring. So yes, I hope this video was helpful, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to get notified whenever I upload a video on my channel. So I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, stay happy, stay gorgeous. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.